What's up, Internet? I really wish I could figure out if I'm actually recording. So, my mic is messed up, and just so you know, I am making the sacrifice and turning off the air conditioner. So, I may die because it's like 87 degrees or something like that. Maybe it's almost 90 degrees, and it's like almost 9:30. Yes, I've literally procrastinated all night because that is what I do. So, yes. But my Boxy pop-up came, and I finally, that's a little clippy thing, but I finally got this. So, is my candle? Okay, yes, it's lit. I did at least remember that. So, what you been doing? This is how I spend my Saturday nights, because apparently they felt the need to make my husband work. So, I'm going to talk about weird shit on the internet because, why not, right? Oh, and I hate this. I'll just let you know that the last 2 days I drove to work, I passed many a garage sales. I was very, very sad because I could not pull over. I mean, if I would have left earlier, I could have, but it was so sad. It was very, very sad for me. But even though I know the reviews say that this is a crap palette, it's still so pretty. And I was like, finally, it's in my budget because nobody liked it. And now I can play with it. But what weird shit are we going to talk about today, huh? I kind of got the gist of mkultra. And I'll have to link the videos that I watched because the other guy got way deeper, and it was just insanity. Oh, excuse me for 1 moment. I did take a few notes, and I think my kids are finally leaving, so my dogs may go insane. See, fancy scrawled notes, trying to sound somewhat prepared, but I'm not. And as you probably saw, I really need to clean my vanity off. But yeah, I do need to clean up my little corner because my seat is not as big as it used to be. And I'm like, am I gaining weight? No, that's not the case. The seat is just getting smaller. Yeah. So I don't know what little look I'm gonna do, but we're gonna talk about how the government wanted to mind control people or brainwash them or whatever. But again, this all goes back to fucking Russia. Like, what is the deal with us and Russia? I don't get it. But I guess like in 49, Russia like announced that they had an atomic bomb or something like that, and I don't know if that was the start of the Cold War or whatever, but it's the start of something. And don't even ask. No, I'm just trying to get the ones that look the cleanest at this point, because one day I'm gonna get them clean. One day. I don't even believe it myself nowadays, but Anyway. So, this goes into a few other topics that I guess I could probably discuss in other videos because it's pretty freaking deep, and apparently they saw that the soldiers in the Korean War got brainwashed or, tortured, whatever, with mind control. I'm just like, somewhat with the notes. I just don't get it. And I'll also link you to the video that I believe the latest, well, not the latest, it was a 3-year-old video. But I know the shooter in Florida thought that he was under mind control, so I guess, but it's just like, Why would you want... Maybe that's why it's so weird to me, because why would you want to have control of somebody's mind? I am not the type of person that says, oh, we can control their mind. Fuck yeah. I'm just like, why? I can't even control my own mind. I don't want to be in control of somebody else's. I mean, just... It's like when you have a kid and when you realize you can pretty much convince this child or teach it that blue is actually purple or green or any other color. Or you can even tell them the sky is, you know, orange. It may be orange a couple of times, but, you know, maybe a couple times a day, but it's usually blue. But when I hear of mind control, that's where my brain goes to. Like, oh, that's... When you have a kid, you're literally given a lot of control that you could just really mess up somebody. But, I mean, I tried not to mess my own kids up that much. But I am their mom, so they are at a disadvantage. I'm just saying. Anyway. I still don't know. What color shirt am I going to wear? I think I'm going to wear a pink shirt in this next video. I don't know. Again, I'll figure it out. But yeah, the government wanted to control minds. Yeah. My children playing with my doggo. I'm upset with my doggo. He got out. And nobody let me know that they got him back in. So I was worried at work all day. Then again, I don't have my phone at work either, so there's that. I can't really be mad at him. But yeah, this is pretty powdery. Waiting to make sure the dogs do not go insane, because I may actually have to pause. And I don't hear a ton of barking, so there's that. Anyway, back to the government mind control. So, I have trash on my foot that scared the crap out of me. I almost died. You almost saw me lose my shit. Oh my god, one of these days I'm going to have to learn to edit. Anyway, so government mind control. Why would they want to do mind control? And, you know, it seemed kind of, you know, boring to me anyway. Because, and then they started talking about what was it? You know, because it was basic stuff, you know, military volunteers, which I guess that's why my kid always says never to volunteer for anything in the military, and prisoners. But the thing that seemed kind of interesting to me was that the worst cases of all of this mind control experiments was in Canada. I was just like, Canada? Oh no. Why would you do such a thing? There's a really pretty rose gold color, so I think we're going to end up doing that. And if that doesn't work out, there's the glittery looking Diamond Life that we can just slather it on the mess and make it better, right? So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Canada apparently decided that, you know, we were being too tame, and they took people that were in psychiatric hospitals as if they did not have enough fucking problems and experimented on them. And in my perusing of trying to find research, I actually found a few videos from, I think, CBS, and I guess things were so bad that Canada was actually giving compensation to the victims' children. I was like, whoa, that's a bit much. But yeah, so I guess they were like messing around with their brains with shock therapy and LSD and stuff like that. And as somebody had pointed out, I guess LSD makes you more open and less being able to control, because I have never done LSD. I hear it's great. Well, I hear that it can actually be either really good or really bad. And you really don't know until you take it. And I've never been in a situation where people say, yo, you want to go on a trip of that type? And I don't think I would really want to, because I just have a feeling it could go really bad. Because it went really bad with the other stuff that they're legalizing in some states now. So, there's that. I am not a fun person to get high, it seems, because I'm just like, it's a very depressive thing for me, it seems. Which, in itself, is very depressing. This is something that everybody says, oh, it can help you with the pain and stuff, and I'm like, no. No. It may help with the pain, but it helps, it, like, fucks up a lot of other stuff, so I'll just take a couple Advil and suffer through it. But, yeah, so over here we're messing with, you know, prisoners and military veterans, which I still don't really understand the concept of, I guess it was the whole spy thing, you know. They were maybe trying to get people to admit to things, and the only part of this whole mkultra thing that really seemed interesting to me was when they did, oh, what was this called? Operation Midnight Climax, where they had, what is the politically correct term for these ladies and I guess gentlemen now? Sex workers? Prostitutes? I don't know. But apparently they had the ladies at the time, because they did not mention any fellows other than the Johns, coming in, and, you know, they were doing the thing, chatting them up, and while they were not looking, they decided to go slip them some LSD or whatever, and see if they could try to get them to confess God knows what. And I gotta respect the dude that was in charge of this. I can't remember what his name was, but again, I'll have to link the other video, because I guess he was in charge of some other weird shit that... Anyway. He had a little side hustle of taking the tapes of these excursions and trying to blackmail the Johns. So, I'm just like, well, you know, I'm not one to knock a side hustle, because God knows we all need them. And, you know, if not one or two, you know, I've got, you know, me being a YouTube celebrity and grabbing a couple pieces of couch change for my piggy, because lately my piggy's been kind of hungry. And I think I found 2 cents in a couple of rooms today, which... It was upsetting. And a lot of Starburst wrappers. Just, why does everybody take the teeny tiny little Starburst wrappers and just fling them everywhere? It's very irritating. But I digress. I mean, I don't understand what they expected to see these people, the Johns or whatever, try to confess. I mean, because I guess some people, they just go to a hooker or a sex worker, prostitute, and I don't know what the name is anymore, but yeah, they just go to get their needs met, so I don't really know what they would be confessing, and this has no, like, color. It's supposed to be a pretty pink, but, of course, I think this was one of the problems, too, with this palette. Oh well, we're just gonna put a bunch of glitter on it. But, yeah. The government been up to some shady shit, it seems. I know there is also a theory that I believe, was Tim McVeigh the Unabomber? Because I know some people had said that he believed that he was under mind control or of something like that. But it also goes into, do they even need drugs now? I mean, okay, this is where I know some people are going to be like, oh my God, she shouldn't go there. But, like, I understand with the push for mental health, it's a good thing, but yet a bad thing, because some people may have things that, or may believe they have things that they may not. And they'll go to a doctor thinking, I'll get a pill to fix this. Now, I'm not one to knock you. If you got a depression or anything like that and you need the help of some type of medicine, then, go for it. I have actually been prescribed those same pills because, if you go to your doctor with fibromyalgia, they're going to be like, oh my God, you're depressed. You need Cymbalta. You need this. You need that. And I'm just like, I think I've been a guinea pig for like 12 years of my life, and it was not fun at all. I can tell you that. But it's like on the pamphlets, and they say that it's probably not working for you if you have suicidal thoughts. And that's what any type of antidepressant has done to me. It's just like, fuck it, let's... that little part of your brain that says, this is a bad idea. We shouldn't do this. It like literally will turn that part of my brain off. Those be like, okay, fuck it, let's just do it. Let's run my car into a tree. But that, it kind of makes me wonder, is that kind of what might be happening? Because I know some people, their mental health can be helped by less medical interference and more getting rid of the assholes in their life. But I can also understand that sometimes you can't get rid of the assholes in your life because you're related to them. And, yeah. But then taking a pill to try to deal with that, just... I don't know, it's a shitty situation all around, honestly. But all of these antidepressants that have come and gone, it just makes me wonder if that was another, like, type of control type thing. Because I know a lot of people get severely dependent on these medicines. Like, they will get literally sick. You know how, like, 10 years, maybe even more than 10 years ago, every doctor was prescribing opiates, and then all of a sudden they just cut people off. And, I mean, I gotta admit, I kind of saw that coming, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna stop seeing the doctor. And I admit I have bad days and stuff like that where I just, frankly, want to die. But that first month of not seeing the doctor, Jesus Christ, it was not fun at all. But I'm a lot better, which is kind of weird because I used to be on at least 5 different medicines daily, and I think the weight gain was like the hardest for me to accept, honestly. But that's another story for another day, guys. But now, after people are being cut off, people are getting lower grade on the street or of something. I don't get it. See, this, like, it started as like mind control with government, but then it went on to the government's war on drugs. And let's see, my brain, I don't get it, guys. I mean, I'm not against medicine, because there are days that I'd be really happy to just, you know, sleep peacefully at night. But now I didn't even know that heroin was actually like the street form of opiates. I literally learned that a couple of months ago, because I was just like, why the hell is everybody addicted to fucking heroin? What is up with that? And then I'm like, oh, that makes sense. That's really sad. But everybody says that, you know, they stopped the experiments because, you know, it came out in the 70s that, you know, what they were doing. But now I see other things, like even with things going on online. I don't have a link for it, but there was a lot of people talking about it in the comments about, I guess Facebook did a psychological experiment as to how your Facebook feed will affect your posts. Like if they show you a bunch of sad stories or a bunch of happy stories, what are you going to be posting? And I guess that wouldn't really work for me, since I very rarely post. I will just scroll through my feed and go, ha ha ha, ooh, and oh, bitch, you did not. And yeah. Thank you, boss man. He just told me to come in 30 minutes earlier than he told me this afternoon. Yay. Okay. I need to finish up this look while I try to figure out the government. But what I do know enough about, you know, the internet is that everything, like app or anything like that, is purposely made to be addictive in some way. So, in a way, they could kind of control you. But I don't know. I mean, I wish I could just, you know, do a whole little story about, you know, how things are weird and stuff, but it never ever works that way, because I get really confused as to why people would even want to do stuff like that, because I'm apparently not that type of person. And I'm going to attempt to put blue on here. Here's another blue glitter that it doesn't even look like it's showing up. Jesus. I swear one of these days I'm just going to get Q-tips, guys. And I'm going to put my makeup on with Q-tips, because that's what seems to only work with some brands. Or I'll just go to the Dollar Tree and get those makeup applicators. Because I don't know why we started using brushes, other than we saw the makeup artists using brushes. I'm trying to find a little tiny brush to hopefully pack on this glitter. Should I go for pink, gold, or iridescent glitter? Since I don't really have much color on, I'll try that weird little look that they had in the, what do you call it? The little pamphlet that Too Faced usually puts in there. I have to remember that somebody might actually be trying foolishly to follow what I do when I put this on. Which, don't try to follow me. I have no idea what I'm doing. Just so you know. I am not a beauty guru. I am just a crazy lady that gets quite bored at the house, and I just wanted free coffee, so now I make videos talking about weird shit. Because to be a YouTube celebrity, you have to upload at least 3 times a week. It's helpful if you do it every single day. But I can't afford to buy every box out there, guys. So I just gotta find weird crap to talk about. So, yeah. And I am not happy with this color. I mean, it looks cute, but you can't really see it. Of course, my lighting's messed up as well. And I'm going to try my finger, even though all you keep hearing is, don't touch your face. How many times have I touched my face since this whole thing started? I actually had a hotel guest ask me if I was afraid where I work. And I'm like, I literally bathe in disinfectant and bleach all day. My hands, look it, they have the wear and tear on it. So, all these lotions I get in these boxes are coming in handy. And I ruined yet another pair of black pants. I thought about using a Sharpie, but they're faded, so it wouldn't really work. But yeah, let me do a swatch so you can actually see what this looks like close up on my eyes. See, it looks like that, but I can't get that close and it's not picking up and it's kind of pissing me off. But yeah, it's sparkly fairy dust looking, and it looks really cute up front, but I don't know. But I can't really complain because I also knew that a lot of people said it was a crap palette too, so there's that. Hey, wait, this one's still stuck with the glitter, the wet glitter. Let me try out in the blue. I've been feeling bluish lately, so did that really pick it up? Not really. Oh well. It's a really pretty, like, purpley blue. I don't know if that would be considered violet. I think I have a few polishes like this because... No, wait, that is actually the color that's on my toes. And then I put flakies on it. And then I said, look, babe, my toes look like the night sky. And he was like, yes, dear. They're beautiful. Yeah, see? That's the joy of being married to me. You get weird stuff like that. But yeah, I guess I didn't really explain the whole mkultra thing other than I guess the government was, you know, taking advantage of John's and trying to get cool information, which I guess they didn't. So the guy tried to, you know, blackmail him, I guess. I don't know how that really worked out because they didn't allude to anything as, you know, whether or not it worked. But I guess maybe probably made a couple bucks off it, you know. I'm sure. But it's kind of cool, but then not cool. The interesting fact was, you know, the worst things that happened to all the people, or the worst experiments, actually happened in Canada. And I'm just like, what? Finally, we're not being the worst at something. But yeah. Go us. I mean, there's plenty of other things we're the worst at, but not this one. Anyway, I gotta go because I gotta do another thing and then jump in the shower and get to bed. It's work. Yay. I'm essential. Anyway, talk to you later. Bye, Internet!